Although my family was small, you would think that we were cooking for the entire block. The smells that would happen in my household, salmon cakes, cheese grits, baked macaroni and cheese, collard greens, cabbage. It was dope because food always brought our family together. Southern style lima beans and rice with smoked neck bones is really special to our family. It's a dish that my grandmother used to often make, and not only was it like warm going in, you took a really, really good nap after eating it. When I was growing up, I would just be in the kitchen watching her, and I would ask her like, oh, Grammy, how much of salt or how much of pepper or how much of this do you put in there? My grandmother passed away when I was 15 years old. I often think about her a lot. It's really grounding for me. It makes me think about my grandmother. Whenever it's cold outside, whenever I'm having not so good of a day, I definitely will make it. You need 1 white onion.
Yes, 1 white onion.
All right, so TJ and I are gonna chop the onion. I love using the chopper, and so this way that TJ can help. My grandma used to always say, grandbaby, time, patience, and determination. I feel like when I was younger, I'm like, oh my God, those are cool words. But as I grew up, I'm like, yo, those are powerful words. Not only with cooking, I also like take those words with me throughout my life. You know, the importance of like perseverance is really important. I know for a long time, I wanted to see the way that everyone else saw. I vividly remember being in school and having to go to the nurse's office, look at the vision board, and I would always tell them all I can see is the big E. I like would tell my parents and everyone like, listen, I see the same with or without glasses on. And when I was the age of 11, they actually at that point deemed me as legally blind. My like macular degeneration, basically it's blank spots in my retina that impact, you know, the details that I can see. What people usually can see at 20 feet, make sure you stop at the corner. I gotta be at least 5 to 10 feet in order to make it out. I can see like silhouettes and like I guess blurred. It's like an invisible disability. I kind of like struggled, like I wanted to fit in, I wanted to be normal. I was hesitant about like getting support. You know, the hot sauce has salt in it too. You don't want to make this dish too salty. I use sensory cooking in the kitchen because I don't see that well. I utilize different parts of me to like make sure like the dish is the way it's supposed to be. Those other senses I feel like really step up. I listen to make sure the water is ready for me to boil. Smell when something is about to be done. Needs a little more time, not ready to shed. Making sure it feels good. And I'll like get a spoon and I'll like sample it and I'm like, oh, it needs a little bit more of this or a little bit more of that. Like tasting my way through the kitchen. A little more hot sauce. And I also like use like memory to like, okay, this is what I want to taste like. This is what I remember it tasting like. I like to listen to my ancestors in the kitchen. I feel like oftentimes when I season things, I don't go like 3 shakes, 4 shakes. I literally start pouring. I'm like, oh, now it's time. But I feel like literally there's like a spirit that like, all right, stop, my child. That's definitely my ancestors talking to me. A lot of times people think that because I have a visual impairment that'll impact the way I show up in life. But that's like the furthest thing. Like I just need additional support. We're gonna get the pepper out too. But my son does a great job of like just handing me the different ingredients, and if it's too small, I'll say, TJ, what is the number like that it says next to the words?
You know, the smoke is like little tiny drops of the rain.
From a really, really young age, I've been really transparent with my son about my visual impairment, like what I can and can't see. There was like these little kids at the pool. He's like, this is my mom. She can't see that well though, so if you want her to play with us, you need to come a little closer. I feel like him showing up for me in that way like gives me the ability and the like confidence to continue to show up for myself too and like advocate for like what I need for me to be successful. Perfect.
I can't really see them just yet. Oh, they look good.
You see me? You see me?
Yeah, I see you. You're doing good there.
Thank you, thank you. I can smell it, and I definitely feel like it has my Grammy's stamp of approval.
Delicious.